Hey, testing one, two, three, testing one, two, three, four. Can y'all hear me okay? Let me give you a couple numbers before I get started. The TQQ, the TQQ, I think you're going to see in the next few weeks, and I say few, uh, $93 a share. Write that down, $93 a share. That's on the TQQ. The QQQ, once it takes out 540.81, that throws the TQQ in play at 93. Okay. So if you see that happen, that means I'd probably go to the TQQ, if it gets above that 540.31 and stays above it, 540.31. The market today has continued its rally. Uh, and so I would say that it's a pretty good day overall when you start looking at everything. Crude oils continues to decline, needs to break. Crude oil needs to break 63.94 for another leg down. 63.94. Let me get into the Genesis because this is really going to be helpful to people that have this computer. But as we enter the summer months, slowest quarter of U.S. stocks, setups get a little bit harder to find, but here's how I find my setups. Now, the profits and performance shown today are not typical. We make no future earnings claims, and you may lose money. What you'll see is an internal audit from June 9th, 2023 through November 11th, 2024. Audit took real issue trade alerts. This is real alerts that went out in the market using this. It averaged a 78% win rate with a 17.8% average and a 6.2%, this is important, average over a 2-day hold time. That's really big, folks. See our terms on the home page for more information. Now, in trading, there will be losers. There's no black box miracle system that prints out winning trades automatically. The whole purpose of our research is to try to give you an edge in the markets. Now, if you can't handle a losing trade, you probably shouldn't be trading, should you? Again, losses in trading have occurred and will occur in the future. For folks that don't know me, I'm Tom Busby. I've been trading a long time. I've learned a lot. I'd say I got my education through the School of Hard Knocks. My private trading academy at DTI, you might know me from that. I've been involved for over 40 years educating people. Now, if we have range-bound activity in the markets, you got to have a strategy that's going to work, and you got to recognize that's what you got going on. Now, the Fed's holding interest rates. Powell talked today. Same old, same old. He doesn't see a need to lower rates. He might be the only one in America that would agree with that strategy. Over the next few months, there'll be a lot of setups, but they'll be hard to come by the good ones. This makes a great opportunity if you use Genesis. You see, with what we've been able to build is a hands-free trading weapon never existed before. It lays it on your plate at the same time every day. This smart algo is the next generation, automatically sends you high-powered trade alerts on autopilot day in and day out. It works in whether you have volatile moments or stagnant moments. That means you can be anywhere as long as you're in touch with the internet, be away from screens, you can be notified when it's time to act. famous ding in your pocket. You love to hear it. By the way, you set your phone to get that particular ding, you know what they're saying. It's the money ding. You'll know another high conviction trade has been dialed up. Like recently on Monday, October 7th, you could have been having lunch, out and about, heard that ding, throws you into action, pushed a few buttons on your phone to set the trade, 88% gain. Folks, this is the way to operate. Let the technology work for you. Don't be afraid of it. Or Tuesday, maybe out get some fresh air, and there's that ding again. Set your trade, 91% gain. Maybe out playing a little tennis. There comes the ding, 48% gain. Maybe you got a dog, you're out walking it. Here's the ding, 96% gain. How about Friday when everything's really slow? Here comes the ding, biggest winner of the week, 107% gain. That's a heck of a week right there. Now, if you start with a small $1,000 investment into each, after 5 quick trades, about 15 minutes in time, same time, extra $4,300. Now, I know that everybody here would like to turn trading into this process. Now you got the tool with the Genesis tool to do that. The smart algorithm that we put together, it's called Genesis. What does that mean? That means no matter what you've done in the past, you can start over, and you start over like the market does every day at this time. Not like any other software or indicator out there. Unlike any trading tool, it does all the legwork for you, delivers it up to you, you know the parameters, and you take the trade. It works like a charm, and I mean literally works like a charm. Each automatic alert includes everything you need to trade, what to buy, whether the market's going up or down, and where, no matter where you're at, if you get that ding. Stock ticker, where you're going to enter, what your target's going to be, where you're wrong, and even a chart to show you what it looks like. Some people say a picture's worth 1,000 deals. That means instead of sitting at your desk, wasting hours a day hunting for those trade setups, you're hand delivered, you know it's coming, you have a chance to target next win while doing the things you love. This to show you the effort that went in this. This is not just a 1-year thing, 2-year thing. This is 40 years of market experience, all automated, all in one place for you to take advantage. That is what you're trying to do. You're trying to have this process where your emotions stay out of the game. A whole new way to trade the market, especially with options. Look what happened on September 12th. At the time, the NASDAQ was dead in the order. Not much to write about there, but thanks to Genesis and running around the clock, compiling the data, maybe you went out that morning, had some fun. Here comes the ding, and read that QQQ is on the verge of breaking out over the next hour. 78% confidence rate. That's off the charts, folks, to have that kind of confidence when you go into a trade. Quit flipping the coin. Use Genesis. Anybody can set the trade with a few clicks on their phone. Maybe you invested $2,000 back to what you were doing. Sure enough, when everything worked out, your target's there, pop, $1,723. Automatically deposited in your brokerage account as it hit. Now, a quick $1,000 from one trade is great. That's not even close. The consistency this brings to your trading is what you want to have. You don't have to wait days or weeks for the next entry signal. Every day it takes the data and performs. Automatically generating signals up to 5 times per day. That means the smart algo literally generates an abundance of trade opportunities every day for you to choose. A wide diversification of tickers to give you the opportunity to put your money in the fastest horse in the race. Here's 3 other trades the same day, on that same day. 76% gain on gold, 164% gain on SPY, 270% gain on IWM. Now, markets don't come with guarantees, do they? There's no magical button for instant wealth. But our internal audit that overlaid hypothetical option trades on live trading signals showed remarkable results. Now, you can't promise that continue. The market can always change. But if you're looking to get rich overnight, probably not for you. But if you're looking for an undeniable edge, that's what you're looking for as a trader. A new way to trade the markets, unlike anything that I ever had before. Look no further. With Genesis, you always have the constant stream of alerts coming to you, and you're choosing. Do you take it or not? With tickers that are leading the pack and breaking out. We chose those. I did, and I chose them for a reason. No more headaches staying at those charts. You've done that too. No more forcing those low probability trades because you're looking for something to do. Genesis does all the heavy lifting for you automatically. So if you want to have a behind the scenes look at this incredible trading breakthrough, stay tuned. Because at the end of the broadcast, a handful of folks will be able to jump in on the next stock Genesis flagged the breakout. Targeting what could be your next great move. 83%, 96% on gold or the SPY. And if you want in on the next opportunity, which is coming, who wants it? I want to hear from you. Go ahead, open the chat up, let everybody in here, let everybody tell me they want this, what we're going to do. If you want today's trade alert, free of charge, post Genesis in the chat right now if you want it. It's coming. Let me hear you. Everybody here needs to tell me they want it for me to do it. I'm not just going to do it. Perfect. Let's do it. Like I mentioned ago, my name's Tom Busby. I got started in markets back in the 70s. Since then, I've been featured all over the place. Been around all the major financial media. I'm proud that my books are still one of the most valuable resources out there. In fact, I signed 3 of them today for one of our new students. Whether you just get started, been at it for decades like I have, going back to my Globex terminal, that is quite something a lot of people can't say. I had one of 50 electronic terminals outside of Chicago when this whole electronic age started. That was an edge. One of 50 in the world. Worked for some great firms in my career. Some of them went on to bigger and better things. Now, I walked away from Wall Street. I've been on a mission to show you how this works and tap into the same methods that's kept away from you by Wall Street. Here's some of the best stories from some of the students. Bruce said, he follows me. I'm committed to help you make it all the way through the trade. Get you in, get you out, help you learn why you got in and why you got out. He's from Texas. Oh, Bob said he loved the program, up over 2,000. Had no reason not to. Jim said the Genesis algo made him 100% overnight. That's enough there. Jim's from California. Or Jason said 30%. Now, I will reveal how Genesis identified breakout stocks averaging this rate for the past 16 months, works in good times and bad times, good markets and bad times. But remember, there's no get rich quick button when it comes to trading. Have to keep reminding that because it gets exciting when you have something like this. So when you get your hands on it, be smart. Use the signals to help grow your account over time. It's designed to radically change when you enter trades and how you look at markets. Most people believe buying fear or selling greed is the key to becoming a successful trader. Buffett said, when others are fearful, you buy, or sell when others are greedy. And while that's generally a great approach in theory, it's hard to do, isn't it? Sad reality is it's practically impossible for the average trader to execute during that. When fear is at its peak, the urge to sell can be overwhelming. I had that situation today in a stock, and I thought about this. Always turns out to be the wrong decision. Stock's up $8 for where I felt that way. And greed takes over. Temptation keeps jumping in, like crude oil falling 13% yesterday. It lead to devastating offers. So if you ever made critical mistakes in your own trading because you felt the fear of missing out or fear of losing money, it's not your fault. As a human, these emotions are hardwired to keep us safe in our brain, basic survival instinct. What you need is a way to overcome these human handicaps using a more practical, data-driven approach. When it gives you a clear picture when stocks on the verge of breaking out. That's what I like about Genesis. It's a multi-day strategy. Check out what happened back on July the 9th. At the time, the S&P was stuck going nowhere fast. Traders would have had no clue if the S&P was about to break up or break down. But if you knew on this candlestick right there, it was time to make some money. With a 78% rate, the SPY had a probability of breaking out the next day. Of course, you buy in, and you didn't have to be at the computer to catch the trade either. In fact, folks have been teeing it up playing golf. Ding, there's that ding. Automatically received the entry signal, profit target, stop loss, you're ready to go. Click a few buttons on the cell phone, watch the SPY hit the profit target the very next day. 730 or 73% gain on ticker SPY. That's not even the best part. Hey, I was in the backyard throwing a football with my granddaughter. She was over yesterday. Placed a quick trade, been paid before dinner time, rolled down many times. 96% gain. 2,000 each of them would have paid out 3406. So you think in dollar amounts. How much I'm going to commit for this trade? And that's on charts that gave almost no directional bias to the naked eye. But Genesis was able to turn it into not one, but two big winners. You might wonder how Genesis is able to predict these quick breakouts over and over, sometimes multiple on a single day. It's all thanks to market breakouts that happen during one specific hour of the day, 12 p.m. Eastern. I call this time of day the Genesis hour. You've heard me say that. Now, most so-called experts would lead you to believe that the stock market is dead during the middle of the day. Not this one. Sometimes it is like watching paint dry, but that's where the clues come from. Further from the truth. Pay attention. Look at this. This tells everything you need to know. Look at that. That's when the money flows. When you're looking here at a typical stock market return by each hour of the day, the Genesis hour is where it's at. That's where you want to trade, that midday hour and the afternoon. Hardly any money made in the opening and closing of the day. Just noise takes your money. The real money is made during the Genesis hour, finding the stocks that are going to break out after the whole world determines it's on the U.S. Look at the Russell 2000 small cap back in June. Opening hours, you'd assume nothing going on, going lower. Nothing about a morning drop. Happens all the time. Asia and Europe closed, noise gone. See, the Russell was breaking out after that morning. Here we go. You've been alerted right away automatically. Get it on. 114% gain on IWM. In the morning, markets drifted slightly higher, not a ton of directional bias based to trade on. During the Genesis hour, very consistent. That's what I love about it. Wall Street showed their cards and IWM started breaking out. Once again, put you to sleep in the morning, turned into a massive opportunity. And you didn't have to be there in front of the screen to get it. The computer notified you. Take about 30 seconds, place the trade. You would have seen 125% gain on that particular option. If that's not gorgeous enough for you, what you happen one more time a few days later? July the 22nd, got that morning noise. Genesis hour breakout comes. Automatic entries notified. Built-in option selection, profit target, and stop loss, 280% gain. 1,000, that one would pay $2,800 in profit overnight. That's what I'm talking about. This is a swing type approach. Now, say you start with 2,500, you got $7,000 in pure profit. That's cash, cover a few months of car payment, eliminate stress of credit card debt. Heard that went over to the top today. An extra $7,000 beef up savings for a rainy day, all from that 24-hour trade. And that data might come as a shock to almost anyone here today. I mean, I've been told countless times that there's no money to be made in the middle of the day. People have told me that for years because everyone's off to lunch or taking a break. They want to justify them leaving. But the actual data tells a completely different story. Pay attention. You'll find out a lot about Wall Street. So why stocks breaking out during the middle of the day, during Genesis hour? It's the first time in the day that stocks are able to move freely on their own. What do I mean by that? All the major markets outside the U.S. are closed. And most people have already assumed that 9:30 open bells where it was. That's simply not the case. Day starts a lot earlier in Asia than the Europe market in the morning. Get to Genesis, find the stocks that are really breaking happen after 12. This is so great for options or option sellers. Something really special happens once you get that trend. First hour of the day, the overseas markets are closed for the first time that we see Wall Street trading freely on its own without the noise from international markets. That's why we see so many opportunities during the Genesis hour. Because the worldwide competition has been eliminated, U.S. traders are running the show where the money is, folks. And anyone who spots stocks breaking out during the 12th Genesis hour can jump in ahead what would be the next major move. Hey, take a look at what happened on August 19th, 24. At the time, flipping around, not doing a whole lot, not much directional bias, just noise to take your money. But then during the Genesis hour at 12, once the international markets were done for the day, here comes the move. S&P started breaking out. Clear signal Wall Street was buying up stocks in the first real hour of their trading day, and the markets could roar higher. Anyone who placed a quick trade to front run the move could have seen a 45% gain on the SPY. Now, then look what happened next. August 21st, S&P was dropping in the morning. That's just a bunch of noise. Right on time during Genesis hour, it took complete control. Here we go again. The competition was eliminated. Wall Street's in control, officially breaking out. Hey, been out to lunch when this happened? You got the ding. And then heard a ding in your pocket letting you know the S&P was on the move, giving you specific criteria to take advantage of the opportunity at hand. Anyone who clicked a few buttons to follow along could have seen a 67% gain on the SPY. This adds up, folks. And as great as the two big-time winners would have been in a single week, 45 and 67, following along in the Genesis hour could have seen not two, not three, but 6 opportunities that week. There it is laid out for you what you would have saw that week. It's not a rare event to see this. All 6 would have won. Everybody likes to win. And a small 500 in each of these would have produced $1,268 in profit for the week, which is not a life-changing sum of cash, but it's enough to move the needle. No, it's consistent, especially considering that the week before you would have been even better, 5 for 5 with the Genesis hour. What's that, 11 in a row? Fear of which would have paid 100%. 4 of which would have paid 100%. A small $500 in each of these trades would have paid out a nice $27.89. Are you getting the picture here? This is quite a tool. Just reminds me of some of the stop students have said following the trade alerts in the past. Hugh, 3,655 single day profit on a $2,000 investment. Here's Jim again, another 2,000. Great way to start the month on that month. It's simple, it's straightforward. I love it every time I get these love letters like those. Some of my students, Hugh, Jim, and Ken, know that with all the trading, there's bound to be winners and losers, so never go all in on a single trade. Luckily, you don't have to with Genesis. It's a grind. In just a moment, I'll show you how to be able to leverage these quick moves with explosive, cheap options that only run about $100 per contract. So you can always start small and aim to grow your account over time with Genesis. You get started with as little as $100. I'm sure everyone here can afford to get in that action. Now, of course, in order to get the optimum returns, I wouldn't buy any stock going higher. I want to filter it through the system. I'll teach you that, where you'll know which tickers are the strongest in the market. In other words, the fastest horse, the one leading the pack. Now, if you're following our work for any amount of time, you know I give great trades because I do a process. You heard talk about my custom-built trading technology, the Power Zone. It's revolutionary too. Our team built isolate stocks breaking out. Tool cost us north of $500,000 to get up and running, but it's been worth every cent. And remember, those were dollars that were worth a lot more. Whatever stock crosses in the Power Zone during the Genesis hour, that means it's leading the pack, breaking out, place to trade. Let Wall Street tell us where it is. Now, once you optimize the Power Zone, for intraday charts, I've been live trading it with my own money on the line, manually tracking each entry. And I have to say, the results are better than I even thought when I originally hoped for. Look at that, 278% account growth over the last 16 months. 78% win rate. We took it to the next level. We automated the whole thing. That means no more time glued to half a dozen screens. I've done it. No back of a napkin math. Your life just got a whole lot easier. Comes out about 12:05. Set your watch. Then you place a quick trade to take advantage of it. You know you got the confidence with the accuracy on live trades so far, like with gold on September 24th. Now, not much going on during the morning trading hours, just noise. But then right on time during the Genesis hour, gold was there, 78% confidence rating. You'd been automatically alerted right around the clock. You wanted to place a quick trade, follow along, could have seen an 83% gain on ticker GLD. Now, the program's been coded to take care of the big stocks, gives us big opportunities with these indexes. Also, gold and oil are involved. That way, you automatically target the fastest horse once the smoke clears and U.S. traders take over the market. Like string of trades in May of 2024. We don't care the market's going sideways. Genesis is when we're going to pay attention. Right on time during the Genesis hour, the SPY was breaking out in the Power Zone, and sure enough, a massive rally came next. Hear that ding? John, I know you could do it. Right there at 12:05. And after taking 30 seconds to place a quick trade, go back to your day, do something else. Only 24 hours later, cashed out with a 106% gain on that option. Here to ding, learn your new trade entry. And just 24 hours later, cashed out with 158% gain. That don't stop there. During the earnings week, Algo sent out a third alert on SPY, like clockwork, same time every day. Cashed out with a 96% gain. $1,000 invested, each probably would have paid out $6,000. For someone even more confident, might have been 5 times as much. That would have been $18,000 in a week. That's getting your attention. Now, folks, I know you'd like to make that time and money in a month, let alone 1 week, but you might be asking yourself, is it really that easy? A lot of work went in this. We eliminated a lot of obstacles. Well, it depends on who you ask. running countless strategy tests, working with market data, sophisticated programs to build this tool. That wasn't easy. You know, a programmer programs things you think he's going to program, but you got to test it. Problem is, they hear one thing and you might be wanting something else. I know some of y'all have had experience with that. But fast forward to today, we've got it. Getting a simple entry alert to my phone with all the information needed to make the trade. Riding the bike could be simpler. Waiting for Genesis to alert me right there. And if I like the trade, click a few buttons, I'm all set. Like back in June, on Monday, no action in the SPY of the morning as expected. During the Genesis hour, here we go. Y'all saw it. With the Genesis hour, you received the alert, heard the ding, and only 2 days later, 87% gain. Now, who wants to do that? We're going to do that in a little bit. Who wants to do it? Because we're able to get signals in a split second without taking tons of time on in and getting execution advantage. For example, the next day, same exact story. June 11th, white paint dry in the morning, no money to be made before noon. Here comes Genesis, right on schedule, 103% gain all week long. Folks could have made money on the Genesis out Wednesday, maybe out fishing. I'm not a fisherman, but this doesn't eliminate fishermen from being part of Genesis. Well, waiting for the fish to bite, hear that ding? 82% gain. Thursday, another ding, maybe out on a ride, enjoying the summer air, 94% gain. Or Friday, just getting yourself centered, right? Preparing for a nice, relaxing weekend. One final ding for the week, right at noon, 160% gain. If someone had started with 1,000 each trade that week, they would have pocketed $5,275. This gets your attention when you see this kind of stuff. That's without compounding any of the gains. 5,000, 26,000 in a single week. And the best part is there's been zero heavy lifting on our part. In fact, the algorithm is so good, hey, I think it does a better job of assembling the data today. No loss of focus, no loss of distraction. You get the information delivered right on your plate. After unleashing it into the market a few months now, the results have been outstanding. Look at that account growth from people. I'm ready to take it to the public. Hey, this has got the changes. This has got everything you want. If you're searching for the latest, greatest indicator or trading software that requires you to manually do all the legwork, keep second guessing yourself getting wrecked by your emotions. This thing's like a machine every day. It tees up the opportunities. What time? 12 o'clock. Best trade of year lit. Let's get it going. So if you're ready to tap into the future trading with an entirely new way to approach the market, you're invited officially to take charge today of your financial future. Genesis. Smart Algo knows that isolates these stocks breaking out during the most powerful trading hour of the day when Wall Street's in control. Automatically generating alerts, everything you need to know on the go. Entry, where you enter, profit target, and stop loss. Now, before I reveal the full list of breakout stocks that Genesis flagged today, let me walk you through how the membership's going to work. Every day, I scan through the major tickers, get us in the right ballpark. When it flags one of these tickers breaking out during the Genesis hour, you'll immediately hear that ding in your pocket. That ding's very important. Alert hits your cell phone or computer. Get the entry, the ticker, the entry price, stop loss, where we're going for, and all the details are included. Practically set it, forget it then. Everything you need to target, what could be your next great win, 51% gain on ticker QQQ, set up as easy as 1, 2, 3. I like the count. You can opt in to receive automatic Genesis alerts via Telegram starting today. Get in the room. That way, there's no delay in getting your next entry signal. All the details on how to sign up can be found in your members portal. And I'll even walk you through that during the masterclass. Go to the masterclass. We'll answer all the questions. I'll be available to do that. And look to trade the underlying stock with these Genesis alerts arrive. That's totally okay. Now, If you want to target some of the big outside of returns I showed you today, you got to use options. If you're new to options, that's fine. You can use the most basic form of options available, call options. By applying them to the Genesis trades, no harder than shooting a layup. For those of you who want to dig a little deeper in options, other unique ways to leverage Genesis alerts, target great returns. We have a boot camp set up for you to go through. You'll learn how to leverage your time, your money, and how to use Genesis fully. Income techniques for those who prefer a safer approach. I even show you my personal method for selection and high-powered weekly options that are low price, that have shown the power to pay massive returns. That way, any new members who join today are equipped with the ground running. Options as low as $92 a contract, that's 92 cents, 107% gain. 84 cents, 266% gain. I'm going to find a 90-cent option today that qualifies and be posted in the Telegram room when I finish. So only, let's say 25 in each of these things, could have banked 93.25. Your VIP coaching program here at DTI running north of 10,000. The price tag seems fair when you talk about what you're getting. Not going to be 10,000. Before I open the doors, Genesis, here's what gets me really jazzed up about it. These gains are possible if you follow the app. Wall Street is aggressively selling when overseas markets are closed. Not only will these Genesis downside trades offer you a warning for some of your other investments, they also give you a clear-cut path to target big moves, like that crude oil trade. Profit entry, stop loss, everything you need to take advantage of. But let me be clear. The downside trades have the same profit potential as the upside, sometimes even a little bit more. Consider this market crash back in July. Each one would have been a home run trade, 168% gain on that spot, 283% gain on that spot, 324% gain on that GLD. 2000 in the last trade would turn into 84.80. And that's just one of the downside trades hit. With the Genesis downside trade bonus included, it's no surprise that the price of this exclusive membership is officially set at $42.95. If you join through the main app site, that's what you're going to pay. Because I'm live, $42.95 for 1 year process. If you take action right now, you're going to save money and you're going to be happy you did. Bonus number one, you're going to immediately whack off $500 of sticker price. But not just that. Since we have 5 trades per day on average, right? 5 times 5 is 25. That $500 discount times 5, we'll remove that off. $17.95 for complete access. That means that the current run rate, the type of opportunities I just showed you, you get the scholarship lane a lot faster. The entire membership could be paid off in less than a week. Old Prim, subscribed last Friday, already recovered his capital plus 1,000. Not bad, Prim. Not bad. Whitney, she's back at it. $500 in her first week. Got her process down. I love to see the newest members of Genesis Algo have the whole membership covered. It feels like no time. That's why I'm going to do bonus number 2, half off discount because I'm live. For the action takers today, let's make it an absolute no-brainer. We're slicing that discounted price half off. That takes the price from $17.95 to only $8.97. But this special $8.97 offer is only guaranteed for the first 100 through the door. If you want folks to take action in this room, you want to get this trade I'm about to put in there generated today. At that point, customer service teams like to get to the point where there's too many members on board. We had to cut it off. Trust me, you don't want to miss out on this one. I got 100 open. Who wants it? And that's it. It's up to the team if they want to take it. If you're ready to be one of the new members, click the link in the chat now. Let's do it. Go to dtitrader.com/Genesis. Set your watch when I finish talking. Within 10 minutes, I'll post a trade in the new Telegram room. Or call 904-706-3532. New Genesis entries waiting for you. Go to dtitrade.com/Genesis or call 904-706-3532. Once you take the best deal membership, don't close the page. You'll get a unique opportunity to turn it into a lifetime, make it a no-brainer. You'll get free access to the Genesis Algo indicator. Put any stock in here, it'll tell you. This Genesis entry signal on the 5 most popular tickers, but publishing what we've done now makes it even more value. With the changes we made, you get instant access to it for free. Even more, these epic setups, even more stocks, all on your own time. Get the lifetime, take one of the best deal memberships. Only 100 people will be eligible, and I would be shocked with it. Don't miss out. They're going to fill up fast. Genesis, go to dtitrader.com/Genesis or call 904-416-1776. Can't wait to get you on board. If that's you, you're ready to take control of your finance, well, welcome on board. Inside your member report, you're going to see another bonus value at $9.95. You can access immediately for free. A special cheat sheet available. No one else has it in the world. You'll have it on the inside on the stocks. Click the link in the chat or give us a call. If you're a gold member, you know who you are. Call in as well because I've instructed our team to give you a special bonus so good, you'll be jumping out of your seat. Go to dtitrader.com/Genesis or call 904-416-1776. This Genesis has been, I worked on it a long time to do it, and I got it. You want it. And over the last few weeks, Genesis Algo with a few friends, they love it. Here's one of the first trades right there. 500 on that one, paid out 15. That's triple. Folks, just hear from some of the students. Old Dickens said 1930 in profit in less than 4 days. Nancy, 1606. Denise wrote in up on her small account. Eddie's been 100% successful. I go on and on and on and on. Here's a few more top stories. George, 28 years, been trading. He likes what I do. But hey, we're going to get there if you're part of my Genesis program. DB's up 12 on 3 trades. Love it, DB. Sylvia, out of Canada, subscription paid. KP, in the first week, back, subscription. Robert, 2,000, everyone should be part of it. Amazing stories. Can't wait to hear more people like Robert, Sylvian, and George. If you're watching right now, go ahead and join while I'm live. Grab your lifetime plus the indicator on the next page. Genesis entries waiting for you. Go to dtitrader.com/Genesis. And there's one thing I want you to remember. You got to be part of it to take advantage of it. It's this. As you clearly see, less profit from what we know is the most powerful hour in the market. Rest is noise. Genesis hour is the real money, and it spins. Breaking out during Genesis hour. Look at the Russell small back in June, right there. Opening hours, we got you going one way, and you'd have been shocked by the morning drop. But then Genesis hour, everything changed. With Asia and Europe markets closed, noise gone, able to quickly see the Russell was alerted automatically. The process, look what came next, 114% gain. Gotta love it. What happened again on July 16th? In the morning, markets drifted slightly higher, not a ton of directional bias. The bank owned. During the Genesis hour, Wall Street showed the cards, IWM. Small cap started breaking out. Those boring lunch hours were turned into a massive opportunity. Sent the entry alert on IWM, taking in about 30 seconds to place trade, 125%. And that's not gorgeous enough. Watch it happen one more time. July 22nd, morning noise. Genesis breakout. You see the process. Built-in option selection, profit, and targets. 280% gain. Go to dtitrader.com/Genesis. And like I mentioned earlier, notice that stocks are actually most active bullish during 12 so backwards from what most people were taught. Take a look at that report over the last 10 years, showing you what I'm talking about. Now you got a computer-generated algo that's going to do all the work for you. Find the trades. What you're looking at is the average movement of S&P during each hour of the day, 11 a.m., and so on and so forth. 12 p.m. is historically the most bullish time to trade. Check it out. And even night close, you can call 904-706-3532. Neil. You won't miss out on the Genesis Hour. You won't miss the next automated entry from the Genesis Hour. I've got it right here. 10 minutes after I quit typing, go to the Telegram channel. You will see it. DTItrader.com/Genesis. $17.95 offers a no-brainer, but at $8.97, hey, let's go for scholarship. Be fearless not to try it. Before we open up the chat, go through a few commonly asked questions. Can members receive automatic alerts as soon as today? Yes. Genesis alerts via Telegram and platform is free, easy to sign up. How many alerts can you expect after running many models across many tickers? About 2 to 5 alerts per day with a 78% win rate. Okay? Is Genesis for beginners? Absolutely. And you've got 14 days to try it out. 14 days. That'd be a master class? Yes. Next week I'll do one. Glad you mentioned options or they're complex or confusing. These are not confusing. I'll teach you how to tap in. I'll show you the step-by-step way to do it. Jonathan's putting it on the calendar right now, next week. Do you have profit target stars built in? Absolutely. I teach my risk management techniques plus additional tips, insights, and things to do. You don't need a big account to do this. The options are cheap, around $100. Now remember, I told you today is going to be somewhere around 90 cents. Today's live webinar is only guaranteed for the first 100. Make sure the customer team is fully equipped to get new members up and running. Once we hit the 100 mark, you don't pay the $42.9, you don't pay the $17.95. You call, here's what Kevin said. Genesis program helps them understand the changes in the markets when Europe's not trading more. It improves his entry and his exit position. He strongly recommends for beginners and experienced traders. Tom and my team are the best. I agree with you, Kevin. Go to dtitrader.com/Genesis or call 904-416-1776. And folks, in 10 minutes, I will post the trade of the day right inside that Genesis Telegram. If you got any questions, ask them. Ask them right now, and I'll answer them. And we'll get going. Yeah, we'll help you anything we can do to make it easier for you, because this is something everybody here needs to have. Feeling really good about what I'm about to post. Okay. You're going to see me call Jonathan, and he'll post a trade in the Telegram room right now. Hey, folks, I told you it's going to be 90 cents. It's going to be 81 cents. 81 cents for our first bonus trade. So go take it. Get in there. You got 10 minutes. Get it done. Thank you so much. See everybody on the flip side.